I am Lyzandra Moreau. 110 kilos of curves that my ex-husband there called a useless whale. For 5 years he humiliated me. Hide that belly at events. Lose weight or I'll leave you. No one wants a fat woman like you. He traded me for Vesper's skinny bony perfection for his photos, thinking the company empire was his conquest. On divorce day I signed the papers in silence. The next day he rushed to the luxury hotel to marry his mistress, toasting to freedom from the fat burden. I received the invitation. I went. I entered the dark ballroom like a plus-size queen dressed in black velvet, full hips, powerful. He was on the microphone saying, "I escaped the inconvenient fat wife." The lights went out. I took the microphone. Total revelation. Suppliers invaded. They collapsed. Want to know exactly what I did to destroy him? The humiliation that went viral as #FatAvenger? How my defective body became the throne of an empire. Keep watching. The fat woman rules now. Before I begin my story, I have a small request. If stories about difficult decisions and overcoming challenges touch your heart, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and click the like button. It always makes me happy to see how many people are out there listening to my stories. The air in the mediation room of Atlanta's family court was icy, as if the air conditioning had been programmed to punish broken hearts. On one side of the long polished mahogany table sat Thayer Tollins, the self-proclaimed CEO of an empire he swore he built alone. His impeccable Italian suit exuded unshakable confidence, and a victorious smile stretched his thin lips. He leaned back in the leather armchair, looking with disdain at the woman across from him. Lyzandra Moreau, or rather soon-to-be ex-Moreau, occupied the other side of the table. Her voluptuous body filled the custom-tailored gray dress with discreet elegance. Wide hips that the pencil skirt hugged like a second skin, full breasts supported by a subtle neckline, thick thighs crossed precisely under the table. Wavy brown hair framed a serene face, no heavy makeup, just nude lipstick highlighting full lips. She wasn't crying. She wasn't yelling. She just waited, hands crossed over her knees, the weight of her body, about 110 kilos distributed in generous curves, emanating a calm that made Thayer uneasy. His lawyer pushed a thick stack of documents toward Lyzandra. The sound of paper scraping against wood echoed like a slap in the tense silence. "Sign, Lyzandra," Thayer said, loud and sarcastic voice as if he wanted the whole world to hear. "Deciding to divorce me was the biggest mistake of your fat, lazy life. Without me you won't survive in Atlanta. A useless housewife who only knows how to spend my money and take up space. Who will want you with that huge body? No one but me put up with those 5 years carrying you." The words came out like venom, each syllable loaded with years of whispered humiliations. "You're too heavy for events. Hide that belly, love. Why don't you lose weight for me?" He laughed now, leaning forward as if victory was his. The lawyer tried to intervene, but Lyzandra raised her hand delicately, silencing everyone. She wanted to hear. She needed to engrave each insult in her memory, fuel for what was to come. Thayer continued mercilessly, "You have no skills, just curves that shame me. I supported you so you wouldn't starve with that whale silhouette. Sign now and disappear. You won't get a dime. In a month you'll come crawling back begging for grocery money." Lyzandra took the gold pen he slid across the table, a challenge in his eyes. She flipped through the papers. No property claims, no shares in the company. To Thayer it was total surrender. To her the perfect trigger. The pen tip touched the white paper. With a firm stroke she signed, Lyzandra Moreau. 5 years of marriage ended there with a dry scratch that sounded like freedom. He pushed the documents back. The mediator sighed, seeing the stubbornness of both. Thayer grabbed the papers, checked the signature and laughed loudly, shaking his lawyer's hand in celebration. "Free. Free for Vesper, free for my empire." Lyzandra stood up, smoothing the dress that molded her curves without shame. She gave Thayer one last look. He was already ignoring her, busy with his victory. Without a word she turned and left, light steps echoing in the crowded courthouse hallway. Outside, the Georgia sun scorched the asphalt. A luxurious black sedan waited. Lyzandra entered the back seat, the soft leather accommodating her ample body comfortably. The elderly driver, loyal to her family for decades, asked, "All good, ma'am?" "Perfect," she replied with a rare smile. She took the tablet from her bag, entered the double code and scanned her fingerprint. The screen lit up with the logo of an elite private bank. Family accounts, company assets, all under her name as primary administrator. Thayer had a secondary unlimited card for years, thinking it was his. The mansion, the cars, the platinum he flaunted, everything linked to the Moreau family estate. Lyzandra swiped to manage users. There it was, Thayer Talon's CO full access. Without hesitation she clicked Modify. Blocked additional cards. Froze withdrawals. Unlinked company transfer tokens. A confirmation window flashed. This will paralyze all financial activity for the user. Confirm. She pressed yes. Permissions successfully revoked. Lyzandra leaned back, closing her eyes. She imagined they're rushing to celebrate with Vesper, the skinny, bony mistress, perfect for his photos. Goodbye to the painful past, she murmured. Her body relaxed in the seat, breasts rising with deep breath, hips settling. She was no longer the silent wife. She was the owner of the board. On her phone, a message from Zephaniah, advisor to her late father. Phase 1 complete? Yes. Prepare the next, she replied. As the car glided through traffic, Lyzandra smiled. Thayer thought he had won the war. But the Fat Queen had just moved the first piece. Thayer left the courthouse with his chest puffed out, the air of someone who had just conquered the world. The Georgia sun beat down hard, but nothing overshadowed the shine of his supposed victory. He grabbed his phone and dialed the number he had called most in recent months. Vesper. "Love, I'm officially single," he announced, voice loud and triumphant. Lyzandra took nothing. "The entire empire is mine now. Shall we celebrate like king and queen?" On the other end of the line, Vesper let out an excited squeal, her voice as honeyed as ever. "My favorite Zio. Book the fanciest hotel in Atlanta. I want the royal wedding package, imported flowers, everything top tier." Thayer laughed, imagining his fat ex-wife going home alone, penniless. "Done. I'll pick you up in 10 minutes. Half an hour later, they entered the lobby of the city's most exclusive 5-star hotel. Vesper, skinny and bony, with thin legs exposed by a short red dress, clung to his arm like a trophy. Thayer, ego inflated, asked to speak directly to the banquet manager. In the elegant office, the wedding package catalog was opened. Vesper pointed to the royal package. $350,000 just for the venue rental and basic catering. "This one," she exclaimed, eyes gleaming with greed. Thayer didn't blink. He pulled the black platinum card from his jacket's inner pocket and tossed it onto the marble table with a confident clack. "Run it. All on my name." The manager inserted the card into the terminal. Thayer smiled at Vesper, already fantasizing about the wedding night. But the smile froze when the long beep sounded. "Declined. Must be dirt on the chip," Thayer said, forcing a laugh. "Try again." Another beep. "Declined." The manager frowned. Vesper crossed her skinny arms, impatient. "What's this, love? Your millionaire card failing." Thayer broke a cold sweat. He pulled out another card, platinum from another bank. Same result. Panic rose. "It's a banking system glitch. I'll use a company check." With trembling hands he wrote a $350,000 check. The manager accepted it reluctantly. "We reserve the venue but full payment before the event." They left, Vesper dragging him to jewelry stores and boutiques. Tried to pay for a diamond ring. Declined. Bank app. Account frozen. Contact branch. Thayer made up excuses, virus hackers, while Vesper rolled her eyes. In the car he called his mother, begging for a loan. "I divorced the useless fat cow, Mom. Help me." But she exploded. Lyzandra was gold. "Sort it out yourself, you idiot." Meanwhile, Lyzandra arrived at the family mansion. Her voluptuous body, wide hips swaying under the skirt, full breasts free in her comfortable plus-size bra, relaxed in the hot tub. Warm water enveloped her generous curves, thick thighs floating, soft belly submerged. She smiled, tablet in hand. Zephaniah's report confirmed the hotel check. Let it roll. They'll sink deeper. Thayer drove to the rented apartment with Vesper, stomach churning. He thought it was a glitch. He had no idea the useless fat woman had pressed the button that would topple his house of cards. The next morning dawned with Thayer waking up sweaty in the king-size bed of the apartment rented with Vesper. His head throbbed not from a hangover but from panic. The declined cards from the day before seemed like a distant nightmare, but the bank apps still flashed. Account temporarily frozen. Must be maintenance, he muttered, putting on the most expensive shirt in his closet to regain confidence. Vesper was already waiting in the building lobby, fashion magazine in hand, impeccable nails tapping impatiently. Skinny as a hanger, bony legs crossed, she dragged him to Buckhead's most exclusive mall. Today I buy my bridal bags and shoes. No excuses, Sif. First stop. Luxury boutique with imported designer bags. Vesper pointed to 3 pieces, each costing the price of a popular car. I'll take them all, she announced like a queen. Thayer sat on the waiting sofa, heart racing as she tried on crystal-encrusted heels. At checkout he pulled out the infallible platinum card. The clerk inserted it into the terminal. Long beep. Declined. Vesper froze. Love, seriously? Hotel yesterday, now here. Thayer laughed nervously. My bank's going crazy with premium clients. Detected suspicious activity to protect. He asked for the store's details. I'll do a company transfer this afternoon. I'm CEO, trust me. The manager hesitated, but the business card with CO convinced him. They left with the bags, but the weight of the promise crushed Thayer. In the car, Vesper huffed. At least your ex-fat didn't embarrass you like this. That whale took up space and money with zero style. Thayer exploded internally, remembering Lyzandra. I married that fat woman out of pity. Hid her at home because no one could stand seeing those thick thighs and belly jiggling at events. Now I'm free for a real woman like you. Next stop. Luxury car dealership. Vesper wanted a red sports sedan as a bridal gift. To arrive at parties showing status. Test drive done, paperwork in the glass office. Thayer filled out the leasing confidently. Perfect history, millionaire salary. The salesman typed the data, smiled. Then called the supervisor. Serious faces. Mr. Collins, your credit was denied. Blacklist 4 asset disputes and frozen assets. Thayer slammed the table. Impossible. I built everything. Couldn't hide that ridiculous fat woman in public anymore. Why denied? Vesper, taking selfies by the car, approached alarmed. They left cursing the place, but the panic was real. He called the company finance. Why everything blocked? Answer. Permission changes by majority shareholder. Thayer froze. Lyzandra? Impossible, she's just a fat housewife with no brains. Meanwhile, at the mansion, Lyzandra stepped out of the bath. Her naked body, 110 kilograms of sovereign curves. Heavy full breasts falling naturally, soft belly with stretch marks like maps of strength, wide hips swaying as she walked, thick thighs rubbing pleasurably, reflected in the full-length mirror. She applied body oil, massaging the curves, loving the weight Thayer hated. She slipped into red plus-size lingerie, tight and sexy, accentuating everything. On the tablet, failed shopping report. Perfect. Let them sink. Zephaniah called. They're desperate. Want to speed up? No, Lyzandra smiled, tracing her hips in the mirror. I want them at the bottom of the pit before the wedding. A thick cream envelope landed on Lysandra's desk at company headquarters, a place Thayer rarely visited, thinking it was as hers as a kitchen. Her voluptuous body occupied the executive chair naturally. Thick legs crossed, pencil skirt riding up slightly over soft thighs, silk blouse stretched over full breasts. She opened the envelope with well-manicured nails. Wedding invitation. Thayer and Vesper. Imported paper, gold ink, date in 2 days. RSVP, it requested. Lyzandra smiled, tracing her ex's name with her fingertip. Perfect timing. She took a pen and wrote firmly, attending. Her assistant took the response. She leaned back, feeling the blouse fabric brush her hardened nipples from the AC. In the wall mirror she admired her plus-size hourglass silhouette. Defined waist, wide hips like thrones, soft belly as proof of full life. They'll see me as I am, fat queen and owner of everything. Across town Thayer woke to his phone exploding with notifications. Boutique. Payment overdue or we repossess items. Jewelry. Ring to be reclaimed in 24H. Decorators. 50% upfront or we cancel flowers. The hotel check hadn't cleared yet and he knew it wouldn't. Fuck, he yelled, throwing the phone on the bed. Vesper, naked and skinny as a skewer beside him, grumbled, "Calm down, love. Fix it tomorrow. At least it's not like that stinky ex-fat of yours, who sweated just walking and smelled like cheap lotion to hide the bulk." Thayer gritted his teeth, remembering nights forcing Lyzandra into humiliating diets. "Lose weight or I won't go out with you, your belly jiggles too much." Now panic consumed him. He called suppliers, lying, "Money in transit, slow banks." But the hotel manager was cold. "Full payment tomorrow or venue free." Vesper, trying on wedding dresses in the bedroom, twirled Boney in the mirror. "Imagine the fat one's face if she knew about our luxury. She must be eating instant noodles alone, that plus-size cow you supported out of pity." Thayer swallowed hard, the empire crumbling. Company finance. More blocks. Access restricted by order of Mrs. Moreau. He denied. "She's dumb, fat, clueless." But fear grew. At the mansion, Lyzandra dined alone. Grilled salmon, red wine, body relaxed in a silk robe barely containing her curves. Tablet in hand, Zephaniah updated. Suppliers on alert. "Intervene. Let them dig the hole," she replied, massaging her soft belly, feeling power pulse in her veins. "On wedding day I'll close the lid." 2 days until the circus caught fire. And Lyzandra, the useless fat, would be the tamer. The wedding day dawned gray for Thayer, but the hotel ballroom buzzed like a circus in flames. He paced back and forth in the groom's reserved room, phone in hand, sweat dripping down his forehead despite the icy AC. Notifications popped. Boutique repossessing bags now. Jewelry. Police alerted for fraud. Decorators leaving with half the flowers. The $350,000 check? Still processing, and he knew it would bounce. "Fuck, fuck, fuck," he yelled at the mirror, tie loose, eyes bloodshot. Vesper, in the adjacent bathroom, tried on the wedding dress for the 10th time. White clinging to her skinny bony body, deep neckline showing subtle ribs. "Stop the drama, love," she yelled. "At least it's not like that disgusting fat bitch you put up with. Imagine her sweat smell on a day like this, thighs rubbing and armpits dripping. I'm class, I'm skinny, I'm perfect for your empire." Thayer gritted his teeth, remembering Lyzandra at past weddings. Always sidelined, loose dress to hide the bulk. Him whispering, "Don't eat more, your belly's bursting the zipper." Now the hotel manager knocked. "Mr. Collins, full payment in 1 hour or guests on the street." Suppliers furious. In the ballroom, chaos reigned disguised as luxury. Imported flowers wilted in corners. The crystal chandelier flickered unstable. Waiters murmured about uncertain tips. Guests arrived. Business partners, Vesper's shallow friends, admiring the facade, unaware of the financial black hole. Meanwhile, at the family mansion, Lyzandra began her transformation. Seated at the antique teak vanity, naked body reflected in triple mirrors. 110 kilograms of pure glory. Heavy full breasts with large pink areolas. Soft belly folding gently, silver stretch marks like scars of won battles. Wide hips like fertile ancestors. Thick cellulite thighs she massaged with jasmine oil, moaning softly in pleasure. "My body is a temple," she whispered, tracing hardened nipples. The family makeup artist applied foundation enhancing her brown skin. Smoked shadow on expressive eyes, burgundy lipstick on full lips. Nothing overdone, regal elegance. Lyzandra chose the dress. Long black velvet, tight at the defined waist, flowing over hips and thighs like liquid shadow, neckline exposing generous cleavage with a diamond brooch heirloom from grandma, pinned between full breasts. High heels made her thick calves flex with power. Zephaniah waited in the living room, impeccable suit. Sure about the public, ma'am? We can send lawyers. He admired the woman before him, not victim but fat goddess. I want to see his eyes break, Lyzandra said, voice firm, adjusting the silk scarf at her neck. Her perfume filled the air, vanilla and power. They humiliated me for my body. Now my body closes the show. The black sedan purred in the garage. Lyzandra entered, dress brushing curves, hips claiming space majestically. Driving to the hotel, tablet flashed. All set. Lights, sound, security on your cue. She smiled, thighs pressed together, pulsing with anticipation. Today the whale would eat the shark. At the hotel, they are forced to smile for guests, heart in throat. Vesper posed at the altar. Today I defeat the fat one forever. But the clock ticked. The circus was set. Only the queen was missing. The hotel ballroom pulsed with false opulence at 8 p.m. sharp. 300 guests. Magnates, shallow socialites, distant relatives. Raised champagne flutes under the crystal chandelier spilling golden light. Wilted flowers exuded expensive perfume. Tense waiters circulated. And at the altar, Thayer and Vesper posed like rulers of a paper empire. The MC took the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, words from the groom. Applause. Thayer grabbed the mic, tie adjusted, ego inflated despite cold sweat. Thank you for coming, he began, amplified voice booming. I built this from nothing. Sleepless nights, tough decisions. But personally. Dramatic pause. I was trapped for years by dead weight. A fat wife, no vision, no style. That whale took space, sweated at events, belly jiggling, thighs rubbing like punishment. Hit her because she shamed my status. Nervous laughs from the crowd. Vesper smiled triumphantly, skinny body gleaming in white dress. Married that useless fat out of pity, Thayer continued. She ate my money and time, stinky body no one wanted near. Today free. With Vesper, skinny, perfect, modern. Toast to beauty, success without fat burden. Glasses clinked. Applause. Thayer felt invincible. Then lights flickered. Chandelier dimmed. Music stopped. Mic died. Deathly silence. Guests murmured. Vesper yanked his arm. What the fuck? Main doors creaked open alone. Corridor light framed silhouettes. Upright Zephaniah and Lyzandra. She entered. Voluptuous body filling black velvet like an ancient goddess. Wide hips undulating with each heel clack. Thick thighs flexed under flowing fabric. Full breasts lifting the neckline where diamond brooch sparkled. Soft belly outlined, defined waist. Strong arms swinging with authority. Makeup enhanced fierce eyes, full burgundy lips. Vanilla perfume invaded. 110 kilograms of pure power claiming the aisle that parted magically. It's the fat bitch. Vesper whispered, malignantly laughing. Thayer froze, seeing not the whale, but a queen. Lyzandra strode straight to the stage, steps thundering. Guests parted, hypnotized. Zephaniah beside her like a general. On stage, new mic lit. Lyzandra took it, tested. Good evening. Total silence. Eyes aflame on hers. Thayer trembled. Vesper hissed, get out, you obese cow. But Lyzandra smiled, imposing body dominating space. Time for truth, she said, steel voice. The circus stopped. The fat queen ruled. The mic in Lysandra's hand glowed green, her voice echoing like a final verdict in the frozen ballroom. Her voluptuous body, wide hips anchoring her on stage like marble columns, full breasts lifting the black velvet, thick thighs firm under the fabric, dominated 300 hypnotized gazes. For those who don't know, she began, eyes locked on Thayer. I'm Lyzandra Moreau. Ex-wife of the groom. The useless fat he just described. Sweaty whale, jiggling belly, stinky body shaming his empire. Murmurs exploded. Thayer paled, mouth agape like a fish. Vesper hissed, get out, you disgusting obese. This is our day. Lyzandra laughed, low and lethal. Our day. There, you said you hid me out of pity, my 110 kilograms body a burden. That Vesper, perfect skinny, deserved your status. But forgot one detail. I'm the majority shareholder. This whole empire is mine. Mansion, cars, accounts, all Moreau. I blocked you at divorce. Cards, frozen. Hotel check. No funds. The room gasped. Lights hit spots. Hotel manager advanced with clipboard. Mr. Collins, $350,000 overdue. Pay now or police. Side doors opened. Suppliers invaded. Boutique with bags. Repossessing. Jewelry. Fraud ring. Decorators. Half flowers. Securities blocked exits. Thayer stammered. Lyzandra, please. It was a joke. You're just fat, clueless. She approached, vanilla perfume suffocating him, imposing curves inches away. Fat? Yes. Owner of everything? Years humiliating me. Lose weight or I leave. Hide that belly at events. Today see your bony skinny begging. Pointed at Vesper. He promised you luxury. Pay alone, skeletal. Vesper screamed, you fat cow. He loves me, not your flabby gut. Guests filmed flashes exploding. Business partners turned from there. Mothers whispered, what a joke, bad-mouthing the ex-fat like that. Lyzandra lifted her chin, body pulsing power. Party cancelled. Thayer, street. Vesper, good luck with a zero. Mike on stand. Thanks for the audience. Now they know, the fat one rules. Thayer collapsed to knees sobbing. Securities dragged him. Vesper fled crying. Lyzandra descended stage, hips undulating victorious, room applauding the plus-size queen. Zephaniah offered arm. They exited under lit lights. Total victory. Fat was power. The ballroom, once a false luxury temple, became an arena of humiliation. Thayer crawled on stage, knees on expensive carpet, tears mixed with sweat, tie loose like a defeat bow. Lyzandra, forgive me, he begged, hoarse voice. I was wrong, you're everything. Come back to me. Securities lifted him by arms, dragging like trash. Guests filmed, phones raised like weapons. Vesper, white dress crumpled, screamed hysterical, you loser. I'd rather street than with a ridiculous fat. That plus-size cow won. I hate fats. She kicked the groom on the floor, thin heels digging into flesh, and ran to exit, makeup smudged, bony body trembling rage. Doors slammed. Brief silence, then explosive applause for Lyzandra. She descended stage, wide hips undulating victory waves, black velvet flowing over thick thighs and soft belly. Business partners approached. Mrs. Moreau, pleasure working with the true Sue. Plus-size women in audience cried, you're our queen. In the car, Zephaniah drove calm. Lyzandra, legs crossed, thighs rubbing pleasurably, checked tablet. Videos viral. #FatAvenger trending. Headlines, plus-size so humiliates exit altar. My body rules. Days later, Lyzandra on Forbes cover. Imposing photo, voluptuous body in suit hugging curves shamelessly, title, The Fat Queen of Moreau Empire. Interviews flooded. Years of fat phobia strengthened me, she said, full breasts proudly lifted. My 110 kilograms body isn't flaw, it's throne. She donated millions to plus-size NGOs. Affordable lingerie, inclusive fashion, health clinics without humiliating diets. Thayer, street, sued for fraud, Vesper vanished. Lyzandra dined naked before mansion mirror, oil gleaming on stretch marks, loving every pound. Mysterious man called. Old partner always admiring her curves. Dinner with me, Lyzandra? Your body always fascinated me. She smiled, tracing hips. New beginning. The fat queen ruled absolute. 6 months after the wedding that never happened, Lyzandra ruled absolute. The Moreau mansion pulsed with new life. Dinners for plus-size activists, inclusive fashion shows in the garden, her voluptuous body as a living victory symbol. Magazine covers immortalized her. Forbes, Vogue Plus, even Time as fat empowerment icon. In the master suite, Lyzandra undressed slowly before the full-length mirror. Soft light highlighted 110 kilograms of sovereign curves. Heavy breasts swinging free, large sensitive areolas hardening in air. Soft belly with silver stretch marks she traced with red nails, moaning softly in pleasure. Wide hips like ancestral cradles. thick thighs rubbing deliciously as she walked. She poured almond oil, massaging nipples, inner thighs, full ass, waves of pleasure arching her back. My body is a temple, it's an empire, she whispered, smiling slightly. Phone rang. Marcus Hale, tall muscular business partner who'd always desired her silently. Lyzandra, dinner tonight? Your body on Forbes cover, gorgeous. She smiled, still naked and oil shiny. Come, bring wine. And hunger for real curves. At dinner by candlelight, Marcus confessed, for years I've seen you with there, I was envious. Your body is perfection, I want to kiss every curve. Large hands landed on his and they gazed at each other for a long time. Days became weeks. Marcus took her to galas, proud, high plus-size queen. There, jailed for fraud, divorced from Image, begging jobs. Vesper, diner waitress, bony body ignored. Lyzandra donated millions more. Body-positive gyms, free plus-size clothes, anti-fat phobia campaigns. In final mirror, naked post-sex with Marcus asleep beside, Lyzandra traced reflection. From silence to queen. My body, my throne. If my story touched your heart, give it a like, red heart. Subscribe to the channel. There are many inspiring life stories like this one, waiting for you in this space that is all yours.